a story like this, there's only one possible conclusion that will be mutually beneficial to both parties involved in this, and that's a crossover of the millennia, and it's going to be the King of Fighters versus Dissidia. That's right, so all the RPG fanatics out there and all the big-time fighting game gurus can go and come together and everybody would be big-time fucking happy-face looking sons of bitches. At least that's how I would want to go and have something like this end. If there was going to be a proper way for this entire lawsuit bullshit to end, that's the way. So SNK Playmore is suing the ever-loving fuck out of Square Enix. I was just like, let's hit the fucking brakes here. Lawsuits out the dick aside, what the fuck's going on? Copyrighted material? I've played my fair share of Square Enix games, and in none of them did I see any kind of instances where they were utilizing some kind of materials from any of the SNK games out there. Nothing from King of Fighters or Samurai Showdown, Metal Slug, Fatal Fury, any shit like that. Like, I haven't seen any instances of it, but then again, maybe I was just overlooking it. Maybe they had, like, parody versions of it, and SNK was like, fuck these motherfuckers! Sue them! I summon the power of attorneys! And then it's just like, attorney. And that's what I think of, like, attorneys should actually, like, pop up as fucking Pokemon. Just say their name over and over again when they do shit. But, so, thinking about this, I'm just like, well, what the fuck was going on? I literally couldn't think of anything off the top of my head. Well, it turns out that this has nothing to do with anything game-related. I was just like, well, okay, so what is it? Square Enix, they wear tons of different hats, top hats, and fucking baller hats and shit. Well, one of the hats that they wear is, they're a publishing company of anime and manga. They've been doing that shit for years, that I've been aware of. And whenever they produce, keep in mind that while they're a publishing company, they have lots of little subsidiary companies underneath them that produce the anime and produce the manga, so they're not directly involved with writing or the art or anything like that. They pretty much just publish it and put it out there. Well, unfortunately, quality control was asleep at the wheel and wrecked head-on fucking collision, impaled right through their goddamn fucking brain, because they missed pretty much every single one of these mangas. There's over 100 instances that they've actually brought up. Over 100 instances where this manga, which it's called High Score Girl. I want to make sure that I had it right there. High Score Girl. Over 100 instances where they actually bring up the King of Fighters and Samurai Showdown directly. Not referencing it, I mean directly bringing up. From the character's likeness, from the actual name, from the like everything. The entire fucking raw deal. And the only reason SNK knew about this was apparently they want to make an anime adaptation of High Score Girl. And keep in mind that High Score Girl is all about like arcades and shit, obviously from the title alone. But thinking about this, I'm like, wait a minute, they had no idea about this, and they didn't, until they were approached about it, and they said, well, we want to go and make an anime adaptation of this, and we want to get your written consent of, you know, going and utilizing things like the sound effects, the music, the gameplay, the characters, just anything and everything, you know, for the show. And they were just like, wait a minute, so you've been using our shit the entire time. You never even got, like, authorized permission from us to be able to do this, yet you have been. You've been making money off of this shit. Hold the fuck up. And that's where everything went fucking south. So the anime adaptation, I don't know if that's on hold or not, and I've never read High Score Girl at all. I don't even know if they have an English adaptation of it, but considering that this has been utilizing stuff that's copywritten material by SNK and they didn't get the okay, that's bad. Bad fucking news right there. And whenever basically the powers that be from both companies, so from Square Enix and SNK Playmore, decided that they were going to go and talk this out, it went terribly. And that turned into them filing a legitimate lawsuit and them having the fucking police actually show up at the Square Enix headquarters and basically barge inside and take control of shit. And I was just like, whoa, that's not some shit that you want to have happening. You don't want police all up in your fucking business. So basically, right now, this is an ongoing investigation, so keep in mind that this isn't actually finished. Though, if I was a betting man, I would have to say that more than likely this will be settled out of court, assuming that they're all fucking smart, because this is gonna make everything turn fucking sour. But if they were smart about it, go and settle this out of court, basically like, look, we'll compensate you for the damages of utilizing all the stuff that we didn't have any express permission to use, so we fucked up there. We weren't aware that, what is it, the company that makes the actual manga, it's like Gangan or Gongan, I forget how you say it. But we weren't aware that they were doing that. We know that we're supposed to oversee this shit, and it was just something we fucked up on. So we're gonna go and pay you for the damages on that, but it remains to be seen. Like, will you actually allow us to go and use it from here on forward? Write up, have some contract negotiations, write them up, and basically fill them out. We'll pay you to be able to utilize that stuff, since SNK has a big-time presence within the arcade scene, so it kind of makes sense. I'm surprised they haven't actually hit up Sega, or maybe they did and I don't know about it. I don't know. Either way, thinking about that, I'm like, well, that would make the most sense. And then, you know, just pretty much shake hands, have the anime put out, and utilize all this fucking shit properly. I'm like, that'd be the greatest thing. And then, you know, I'd really like to see that crossover game, because that'd be really fucking cool. I want to see Terry Bogard go and punch Sora in the fucking face, then Sora goes and he sticks his fucking keyblade, like, right up his ass or some shit, and just, like, fucking tosses him into a goddamn mountain, then all of a sudden Sephiroth's coming down, and it's just like, oh my fucking god, this shit's getting real crazy. But it would be a fucking awesome crossover, but, and they could actually do two versions of it. I mean, if Tekken and Street Fighter are gonna do it, fuck it. Make the 3D version kind of like with Dissidia, and then make the 2D version similar to King of Fighters. Holy fuck, that would be really cool. I'm just like, I want to see that. I mean, Mugen's already done shit like that like a million times over, and we're already aware, but some properly done shit? Like, that's what I want to see. But hopefully this doesn't actually turn, like, into something much worse than it already is. Fingers crossed and all the other shit. But either way, I just thought it was something, like, kind of shocking and threw me off. So, and I don't, is there actually an English adaptation of High Score Girl? I have absolutely no clue. I probably should have figured that out, but if anybody out there has actually read it or is into it, is it any good? And are they still going with the anime? That's something I don't know about right now. I just know about this story right here. So, just like the first time I've ever been exposed to some of this stuff, so yeah. Figure I'd toss it out there. And if there isn't an English adaptation, maybe they should. Honestly, now I have interest in it because I'm wondering what the fuck it is. Damn, and there's a lot of other manga out there I want to make into English, like the rest of the fucking issues of Reiko the Zombie Shop. It's like one of my favorite ones of all time. You motherfuckers haven't done it. It's in Japanese and French, but we're not getting the rest in English. I think they only have up to volume 6, that's it. It just fucking drives me up a wall. Mini rant. Little tiny mini rant. So, anyway, opinions, thoughts, feelings, comments, section, thing, the type, smash off your fucking face if that's how you want to go and type. Lick the keyboard, lick Windows, who the fuck knows. Either way, you already know my opinion on it. I just want a game out of this entire thing and everybody to fucking kiss and make up. This is AlphaOmegaSin, as always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers. Game the fuck on.